Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel, whichever applies. It is Catch These Hands. Got a little World of Warships Legends action for you on the Xbox One X. We are going to be playing Domination on the map New Dawn in the new Tier 3 French cruiser, the Duguay-Trouin. I'm sure someone somewhere in America has said that out loud as Duguay-Trouin. So hopefully I'm not doing too bad of a job there, but my apologies to the French. That being said, they made a damn decent ship, though. I'll give them that. You only get one mod slot in the game. That is, of course, going to be Aiming Systems Mod 1. 3 upgrades, Hull B. It's going to give you 26,700 HP. Armor's in the 10 to 30 mil range. Torp damage reduction 4% with the belt. I'll go over the Torp upgrade final stats here in a second. Finality stats. God. Anyway, targeting system was the third upgrade. Firing range increased 10% out to 13.1. But I'm using Le Monnier, and you get the captain perk of 13.8 clicks. We're going to dive right in the artillery there. You get 4x2, 155 mils. Your reload is 12 seconds. 180 degree traverse time is 22.5, so not that speedy. But your HE max damage is 2200. Fire chance 13%. AP max damage 3399. Torps 4x3, 550 mils. So you have 3 tube launchers on either side, which is nice. You will actually see that come into play towards the end of this match. Reload 84 seconds, 180 degree turn time. Obviously with the split launchers, so it's going to be pretty quick. 6 seconds. Your max damage, each torp 12,233. Torp detectability range 1.2 clicks. Their respective range while shooting them at someone 6.5 clicks. Speed 58 knots. So they're not tearing the doors off, but they're not dilly-dallying either. Top speed of the ship is 34 knots, so she can get moving. Your turning radius is 670 meters. Nothing amazing there. Your rudder shift is 7.8 seconds. Nothing amazing there. But also the rudder digs in a little more if you're moving at speed. So I like to hide behind islands and play that typical cruiser game if I can, but with almost 14 click range, you can really play, and I've found the best style of play with this ship is to really just annoy the bejesus out of whatever ships you can with a decent range. So if you stay moving, 34 knots, even in a cruiser, is not the easiest thing in the world to hit. So you can dig in with the rudder, and it seems to turn a little harder when you're at speed, obviously, than when you're slow. So that being said, we'll move on to concealment. Your detectability by sea is 10.6 clicks. Air, 6.5 clicks. Your guaranteed detectability range, your GDR, is 2 clicks. And in smoke, it is 5 clicks. Sonar and fighter are your 2 ship perks that you have with you. Sonar is ×2. Your torp detectability range with sonar 2.5 clicks. Ship detectability range 3.4 clicks. Duration is 90 seconds, so a good duration. Your reload is 180 seconds. That's pretty lengthy. You're probably only going to get to use 2 in a match, maybe 3 if you're just, not necessarily using them tactically, but just buzzing them off from the very start of the match, because the max match is 15 minutes, so you can kind of do the math there. Fighter ×3, duration 360 seconds. DPS, though it doesn't matter right now, 36 seconds. Your reload is 180 seconds. As I said before, Le Monnier with Norm Scott is an inspiration. Still have Le Monnier as a 7-0. Perks I'm running with him: Beyond Range, Igniter, Punch Through, and Fixated. His legendary, the choice between the two is where you get the additional consumable. that may be good. I love that sonar is very powerful. I was a sonar technician in the Navy. I'm all about it. But again, if you do the math, is it really worth it? Your sonar, it lasts 90 seconds, so that's a minute and a half. You do a minute and a half and a minute and a half, that's what, 3 minutes. And then another minute and a half, if you have a third one, is 4.5. But your cooldown is 180 seconds, which is 3 minutes, times 3 is 9 minutes. So you pretty much have to be pegging one off from the very start of the match. What if you need them in that, couple minute window where you're having that cooldown, that 3 minute window where you're having that cooldown? If you need them and you're still cooling down, obviously you can't use them. So I don't know that the reload, the reload, if I remember correctly, is 3% on 12 seconds, 0.36 reduction in your reload time from 12 seconds. I believe that is going to put you, if I do the math in my head, and I'm horrible at math, Mrs. Woznicki, this one's for you, but I believe that works out to 11.64 seconds. If you flip it, and there may be a good chance I'm still wrong there, I don't even care. My head hurts, it's been a long day. But either way, 0.36 seconds, is it really worth it on a 12-second reload? I mean, every little bit counts, but are you even really gonna get to use the additional consumables if you go that route and use them in the way that's best for you and for winning the game and sinking ships and just jacking people up? So I don't know, I guess you gotta kind of weigh that out yourself and see what you feel is more important. All right, so we'll dive into the match. As I was saying before, I enjoy this ship. I like to try and play it at range and just keep shooting at people. Wherever you see them, shoot them. As you can see now, it's 3 to 5 as far as the ship count from our team versus theirs. I have just under 16,000 damage, and you might not be looking too good. It's 500, they're 527 to our 310. And I'm just back here off of Charlie, looking towards B, and I have the action in front of me. If you look at the mini map, I remember thinking to myself, like, I can't go charging up the middle. That's kind of rule number one in this game, is keep yourself out of crossfires. And then I was thinking, man, should I break right? But then I'm not really going to have the support of that one cruiser right there. But then all of a sudden, he starts turning to the right. All right, so guess we're going right. Start shooting at these guys. You got the Kuma. I mean, the Kuma's no slouch, but I know, the Japanese ships, especially the lower tier ones, they don't have a reload that's on par with the rest of the class, but, right around 12 seconds, I'm sure. I can't remember off the top of my head. But you got to remember, this ship, the DT, is not the quickest thing in the world either. So I'm trying to hit whatever I can, and of course trying to focus on destroyers. Destroyers are...
The ship is on fire!
I mean, you get blown away by cruisers, you get blown away by battleships, you pretty much know what happened or know where you went wrong. I guess also a good way to put it, you know you were at the line going toe to toe with them, right? Even if you get beat, like, you kind of know you're just going to get rocked in the jaw or whatever. With a destroyer, you almost like, you're not really sure how you're going to get it. It might be the torps, it might be the guns, he may be up close trying to run circles around you, may just drop smoke and just start bombing on you. And if he's outside of your detectability range of him, destroyers are a nightmare. So if I see a destroyer, I'm trying to shoot at it. You might not always hit them, especially in if you're in a German battleship and you got a destroyer really far away at 12 clicks, moving entirely perpendicular across your line of sight, and you're trying to peg them on that speed. But one of the things I have learned about shooting at destroyers is you will get better at it. So as I was approaching this island and going right, I realized I was spotted. I saw the Farragut going that way. The Farragut scares me. That's really insanely good tier 4 boat. Maybe I would venture to say my favorite tier 4 ship in the entire game to play is the Farragut. It just hits hard. No one's using sonar really a whole bunch down in tier 4. Though it is out there, obviously the DT has it, but it's not as prevalent as tier 6 or tier 7, or for that matter even tier 5. But I knew that he was going to expect me to just come out that island with my port side facing him. So that's why I decided to do that loop around, that hook to the right, kind of stern tank him a little, make it a harder shot for him. And even if I can land 1 or 2 shells on him, I can definitely take some damage from him. So you can see the torps right there. You know, like I said, I like to play this thing at range, but if you do get up close, those torps are effective. It's really nice to know that you're laying down 6 of them in 6 each side. I will have a video on the tier 4 French cruiser coming soon, but that ship only has 1 3-tube setup on each side, and after playing this ship and going to that, you definitely notice that those 6 torpedoes are missing out of your loadout. It's gotten me wrecked a couple times where I've thought I guess I've had more in the pocket than I did. Got this Orion at, 2v3 right now, not looking super great, but keep plugging away, right? Got this island here. The Orion seems to be a little more concerned with the battleship. Waiting on the torps to reload, but that's about to come through here in a second or two.
The enemy is about to win.
And I'm trying to use that island as cover. I'm manipulating around it, trying to control the situation here. I'm thinking I'm probably going to launch my torps, and the one thing that's going to make your torps more accurate and give them a higher chance of hitting, this may sound obvious to some, it may not be so obvious to others, I don't know, but the less distance that they have to travel, the quicker they get to the target, the less time the target has to react, etc., etc. So this Orion, not the best launch position for the torps. He's almost bow on and just starting a turn. Now I see the Farragut. I'm trying to get shots in on him, but I realize that island's going to get in the way. Sure enough, I get a couple shots by and get a hit, and that was pretty... I'll take that. And then I believe that was AP. I switched to HE here. I still have the island giving me partial cover. Able to get a couple shots over. And then there's a DT. I hit the brakes because I know the destroyer's going to drop torps in the water. I can just feel it. Sure enough, he does. And right there, we're able to get some shots on him and get the founder. So now I know I got the DT over there and the Orion over there. Well, the DT's got the lowest amount of health, and I'm kind of protected from the Orion right now by the island, by the natural geographic landscape of the map, so I'm going to use that to my advantage, try and get some shots in on the DT, and hit him with the no look. I wasn't being cocky, I was just so concerned about getting around on this Orion. Now this is where I was talking about having 2 sets of 3 tubes per side really comes in handy, because this Orion, I'm down to 6,777 HP. This Orion would wreck my day if given the opportunity. You can see I'm trying to hit him with the AP. It is doing absolutely squat. But in come the torps, and the DT for a tier 3, very, very effective French ship, French cruiser. I really enjoy playing with it. I don't know that I'd be so AP focused unless I'm, fairly close to another cruiser. Other than that, probably want to stick to HE, I think, the more I play with it. So 4 ships foundered. We definitely did good there. Top of the leaderboard, always take that. and earned ourselves a little coin, 74,000 damage, and got the dub. Well-rounded. You can see we got floods, fires, incapacitations, landed 6 torps, got 86 hits with the shells. That's a fairly accurate ship. Alright everybody, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video. I have more content coming soon on the French and German lines, the new cruisers, the German battleships now available, and the French battleships. I have some French crates as well. So take care and have a good one.